Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Queen Sidem. Welcome. I've been meaning to do a video about how to stay on that Instagram feed because the algorithm, which is like a little rule book as to how it works, the algorithm is always changing. And you know, you might have to come back and visit my YouTube in like 2021 because they're gonna change it again. Anyway, so this is like not my usual get up on YouTube. I'm in my little hoodie. I'm feeling real cozy with you guys. And I just wanted to talk to you. I'm gonna be eating my snacks. So let's get ready. Let's break this down because I do not have a crazy amount of followers on Instagram. But best believe I'm always gonna be on your feed.
Boom! Booked. Busy and booked. You see me here, there, everywhere. Hello.
Okay, first things first. Apps like Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff, they're controlled mainly by computers who have a certain rules and guidelines they follow, other known as an algorithm. And that's a whole different story. So the reason these codes are in place is not necessarily to cause all of this obsession with social media, depression and all that stuff. It's not meant to do that. What it's genuinely meant to do is decipher who stays on the app the longest, because the way they make money is by having people engaging on the app. So what the algorithm does is check and check and check 24/7 to see whose profile is keeping people on our app. So this is what people mean when they say you have to have engagement on your app, you have to be posting consistently. It's because the algorithm's goal is to keep you on the app so they can get money. They get money by advertisements. The longer they keep someone on the app, the more they get paid. So this is their innocent reason for why they do what they do. So when you are thinking, how can I stay on a feed? You also have to think, how can I keep people on this app? The algorithm knows which pages have people just Xing out the app, like, okay, that was boring, let me go check Twitter. And they know which pages have people like, let me check if she did any new reels. Let me check if she has IGTV. Let me check her story, because if she posted this picture, that means she's outside, so I'm gonna click her story, then I'm gonna go through her story, and then, you know, the algorithm knows who is keeping people on their app long and who is having people click out. So Instagram used to be in chronological order, but now it's in order from top engagement to not so well amount of engagement. If you are a little confused, rewind it and, you know, use your listening ears. Hold on, y'all. Yes, boo-boo? So tip number one is to build relationships with your audience. So Instagram tracks literally every single thing you do, what you like, what you scroll past, what you DM, what you share. Like, it tracks almost everything that you do. So tip number one is to build relationships with your followers. This means posting consistently, responding to comments. When you respond to comments, that pings the Instagram computer, artificial intelligence people to say, hey guys, she's replying to people and people are replying back to her. She's keeping people on our app longer. So responding to comments, responding to DMs, all of this, when Instagram sees you and your followers interacting and staying on the app, even if it's 1 second longer, this ups your rank in their system. You want to build the relationships with your followers. Just hearting comments doesn't really do much. It does something, but it doesn't do as much as responding to them with a few words, not just an emoji. You know what I'm saying? So in responding to your comments, in building relationships, you're also letting them know, like, hey, I'll respond to you when you comment, and they're more likely to comment. And this is not being fake, you know, be genuine, because people can tell the fake from real. It just builds traction to your page when people know that you might respond to them. And now a lot of people are just like, oh, I don't have to respond to comments, you know, I'll just do a little double tap heart and then post and be gone. And that's okay too. But if you are someone who wants your picture to rank higher on the feed, just because it's not in chronological order anymore, they just show the top ranking pictures first, you might want to take time and respond to different comments, and you might want to do it as soon as you post. This is going to let your followers know that, hey, you see them, you're acknowledging them, you appreciate them taking the time out to give you a compliment. You know, it's just about being nice too. And it also ranks your picture up because, hey, she's getting engagement on this post, that means she's keeping people on our app longer. We're gonna keep her moving up on the feed. So it's very important to build relationships with your audience. Okay, so tip number 2, this would be timeliness. You don't want to just post anytime you want, whenever you feel like, I don't care, I'm just gonna post it right now. No, piggybacking off of getting to know your audience, you want to know when are they most likely to be on Instagram scrolling. You can do this by 2 different ways. You can have a creator account, and it actually shows you the analytics of your followers and the time they're on, the best time to post. They give you a whole bunch of details, but if that's a little bit too complicated for you, you can just kind of gauge it by what you see, trial and error. For instance, if it's a Saturday night and you're friends with a lot of people who go out and have fun, you might not want to post your picture at 11 o'clock because they're probably heading out. You want to post before, like when you think they're getting ready, or you want to post when they come home and they're like wasted but they can't fall asleep yet, so they're just scrolling like, I can't fall asleep, let me just scroll. You want to gauge your audience and think of when is the best time to post. Or you might just not post at all on days where you know everyone's out, they're not going to see this, let me wait till Sunday. So it's different ways you can do it. If you have like a working crowd, you want to post while they're getting ready for work. Oh, my camera is about to fall. So for me personally, my followers are on Instagram usually at 10 a.m. according to the creator app analytics, and that means I'm gonna post at 9 a.m. So by the time they're on at 10 a.m. they see my post, and that's how it do. I also post really late night because according to that, my followers are like on Instagram at late hours, especially because of the quarantine. But I don't post randomly, I post intentionally. But this might sound like a lot if you're not into social media, but if you want your page and your profile to be up in the ranks and stay on the feed, or if you notice like your likes are not the same anymore, not that likes are the center of the universe, if you just notice that your friends are not seeing your pictures and you want to share these memories with them, these are some tips and tricks on how to stay on that feed, okay? So thirdly, we want to talk directly about engagement. Now, this is kind of what I've said before. It goes into building relationships. It goes into posting at the best times. But to dive in even more into engagement, this means when you post, your caption should be a cool, cute caption. Some people just write, I couldn't think of a caption, here's a picture. But now, like, we're so social media trained, we need a whole bunch of things. We're high maintenance, okay? Like, we want to see something, we want to be entertained. When we open our phone, we want to see, like, this caption made me chuckle a little bit. Like, we're so high maintenance with these apps. We kind of got to get a little bit more creative and put in some effort. At the rate we're going, our generation and the generation underneath us, Generation Z, I think some people use questions in their caption, but you don't want to come off kind of clickbaity with your captions like, hey, which salad should I eat today? You know, like, it's kind of like, girl, we don't want to talk about no salad. But ask genuine questions that you genuinely want to know and that your followers believe that you really want to know. This is not you being fake or stage-like. This is you being friends with your followers. You know, something that's not generic. It's you being genuine, like really asking your followers, hey, I need help with this. Let me know what you guys think. And this is you letting them know, like, we're friends. I respect your opinion. This is cool. I like when we just brainstorm ideas. And again, this sounds like a lot, but you watching this video because you want to hear what really goes down, and I'm letting you know, okay? Let's just be real. I'm kind of hot in this. Okay, I'm kind of losing where I am. 1, build relationships. 2, timeliness. 3, engagement, like comments. Okay, so we're up to 4, I hope. I had to keep pausing and do stuff in the house and play with my son and come back. It's a lot right now. So now we're gonna talk about content. You've done all the other steps. You're still not where you wanna be. So we're gonna talk about your actual content. You already know your picture should be clear. If it is blurry and it didn't make the cut and your outfit was fire, it don't matter. we're so high maintenance now that like if it's not clear, you're not gonna get the best likes. And likes should not dictate you or your worth. So you can still post it, but know that we're like mindless robots scrolling. We're used to seeing all these influencer page, celebrities pages with HD, HQ photos. We might scroll past yours if it's real fuzzy and blurry. So when you're taking pictures, if you want it to do its best, you want to give it your best. You want to have lighting. You can do a ring light. You can do sunlight. You can be in your house, turn all the lights on. It's hard to get that great picture when you're about to leave and your friend's trying to take it and it's not good enough. Set your phone up somewhere and take pictures early when nobody's outside, nobody's gonna see you. You want your content to be crisp and high quality because we're all crazy people who think that everyone is a professional photographer and we're not gonna like your picture unless it's super clear. I miss Facebook and MySpace days where we could have one outfit and post like 10 pictures of that same outfit. When you're posting pictures, whether it's fashion based or product based, you kind of don't want to come off spammy where it's just picture. They're like, you know what, I'm gonna give you one like, and then the rest, like you can miss me with that because you post the same thing like 3 times. So you want to take advantage of the swipe feature. This is when you have one photo, you swipe it and you see more photos that relate to it, and this comes off less spammy. It looks more put together, more organized. Like I said, your audience is used to seeing this from the influencers they follow or celebrities they follow. So you kind of want to be a little bit more neat too with your photos. So if you're posting more than one, they might just choose 1 out of the 3 and like that. But if you have it all together in one swipe feature post, they'll just like it, and every single picture that you had in that will get that like, you know? So let's jump into 5. This is maximizing your graphics. So if you're posting something that is something you're passionate about, or your talent or your business or merchandise, you want to maximize the different ways you share it with your feed. You want to incorporate graphics like GIFs or GIFs, however you say it. You want to have moving text, animated lines running over it. It's not too loud, not too crazy, but different kind of ways to share it with your feed. So in your news feed, the thread, the grid, your profile page, it might be more simple and minimalistic. But when you have if you make a reel about it, reels attract an entirely different audience, just like kind of like TikTok, where it's like you just go viral. You never know when you go viral, but everyone can see it. So reels, it's kind of like that. Even people that are not following you, but they watch reels all day long, they might see your posts. So if you're sharing one important thing, you want to think of different ways to share it on your feed. So you can do a reel about it. You can do an IGTV video. IGTV videos help with people who just view stories. Some people don't view profile pages because maybe their followers don't post often, they don't post pictures often. Some people just like looking at stories because it shows updates daily. So IGTV helps with people who tend to watch stories more, because it's kind of like you're watching, hey, don't shake it. It's kind of like you're watching vlogs. Really taking time to be creative with your graphics and your content and maximizing the different ways you can share that post is important. And this is for things you're passionate about. This is not just a selfie. Like, our attention spans are probably less than a fly's attention span. We want to be wowed. We see that thing you're passionate about on your grid. Now we want to see the video about it. Now we want to see the story post about it. Now we want to see a reel of behind the scenes of how you got there. This is the part that's really tricky, and it's like a little bit embarrassing. Hashtags, okay? So many people use hashtags and they're so good at hiding it. But if you look in the right places, catch them in the right time, you're gonna see a whole bunch of hashtags. How do I say this? Some people use Instagram as Google. So if they're looking for curly hair routines, they might go to the search feature on Instagram and type in curly hair routine. And that's like a keyword or a hashtag that you want to have under your picture, so people that use Instagram as Google find your photo. The thing with hashtags though, Instagram recognizes when you copy and paste the same ones over and over, so you want to switch it up each time you use it. Most people delete the hashtags like within an hour of posting it, just because after an hour your keyword probably went to the bottom of the search engine because millions of people just use that same hashtag that you used. And typically bigger pages follow hashtags. Like, let's say there's a melanin girl page. If you're using hashtags that they have in their bio or that they are likely to follow, when they're looking for new girls to post, they're doing their hashtag search and they might see your photo and they might repost you. And this gets you a bigger audience. So you can get on like game pages that way. Game pages are pages that repost people and have tons of followers, and you might get followed from their followers. Like, so much goes into Instagram, guys. Like, it's crazy. If you're into fashion and you follow fashion pages, check their bio. They might have certain hashtags that they follow, so you use that hashtag if you want them to feature you on that page. Because I'm sure you follow people from game pages like that, so I'm sure people will follow you. Lastly, you want your content to be so great that it gets so much traction. I'm talking about not just a like, not just a comment. You want it to be saved. You want it to be shared. So Instagram tracks everything. They track who DMs your posts, who reshares your posts. They track who comments on your post often. They track all of the attention you get to that one post. They look at it. So something I do is check back my feeds, and like on my downtime I check like, okay, how many times was this post reshared? How many times was this post saved? When you save your friend's posts, or when somebody saves your post, that goes off like super duper duper like. Standard like is like, okay, I like it, but if they save it or if they share it to their story, share it to their feed in some way, or DM it, Instagram is like, whoa, you know, she's keeping people on her app and she's getting them to do stuff. Your picture is more likely to stay on the newsfeed longer and be the first thing they see. Typically, the celebrities have that. When people open their app, they're gonna see the post with the most engagement first, and typically the celebrities have mastered how to get people to engage. Like 50 Cent is posting stuff where his captions are provocative and they're thought-provoking, and people are always responding like, yo, 50, you wildin' with this one? Moms are like, can you relate? Who can relate to this? And it's a picture of something their baby did, and everyone's commenting like, my baby did that too. You know, influencers and celebrities are kind of the first people you're likely to see once you open that app. Even the shade room, even like journalists' pages, they post stuff like, what inspired you today this morning? They're finding ways to get comments on their feed. They're gonna be at the top, but if you get people to share your post or DM your post or save your post, you're gonna be right after them, boo. And what you want to do though is reward people who do that. So you don't want to just have them repost you. They took time out of their day. They're messing up their story's aesthetic because they thought it was so cool, and then you act like you didn't see it. I don't mean like repost every single person that reposted you, but you to let them know like, yo, I appreciate you. You see me, I see you. But if I see a beautiful post of my friend, I just share it to my feed, and then when they see a picture of me that they like, they share it to their feed, and it's kind of like, oh, you see me, I see you. You know that Spider-Man GIF? And then we kind of build a relationship that way. So sometimes if you see a post that's so great and you love it, share it to your story. Maybe that same person will start sharing your post to their story, and it's kind of like a on the low shout out for shout out, but it's genuine. It's just showing love and building those bonds. Like, people have Instagram friends that they can tell stuff to, that they relate to. Just make connections, be genuine, don't come off clickbaity and spammy. Like, it's so easy to go that route, and it kind of takes away your genuine followers because we be peeping and we know. You want to take full advantage of the app's features. Instagram notices like, oh, when this person posts their story, I noticed a lot of people staying on my app longer. So just using all of the app's features, Reels, IGTV, stories, videos, swipe features. You playing with the chips? Doing things to get people to stay on your page longer, but being genuine about it is really what the algorithm looks for. Let me get a little close and tell you something. Instagram gonna show your photo last. If you're not using the app, Instagram not showing your photos first. It'll be the last thing people see. And if you're wondering like, yo, my photos used to shoot up with the likes and now they're not, it's probably because you're not responding to people, you're not commenting on people's things, you're not sharing people's things, people are not sharing your things because you barely post. And that's how it works. It's just AI. It's artificial intelligence running the app. It's not actual people, which is grounds for bigger problems. But we're going to talk about that another time. They're going to save you for last, because it's not in chronological order anymore. So I'm just here to explain how you can get back up there again. And this is not because you're thirsty for likes. This is not because you're obsessed with social media, social image. This is just because you have long-term goals, and being present on social media is important to achieving your long-term goals, you know? Like, I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. Okay? Love you guys. Subscribe, like, comment, show love, spread love. Okay.